Hello everyone, Don here with the next update, progress report on the Corsair. Last video you'd seen I had made this piece and had it glued in. So yesterday I come out, grabbed this stuff, took it into the house where it was cool and warmer because it was, oh god, it was only like 20 degrees in the morning. That's all it was this morning. But it was windy and bitterly cold. So this is pretty much all I did yesterday is goop this all on there. So it took a good 12 hours for that to even kind of set where you could touch it. It was tacky, and if you squeezed it, it would still move around. So it was extremely slow cure. So it's not going to be any good to use out here on the radiators. So what I need to do is order up the fast curing hardener for the epoxy, because they all use the same base resin. You just use different hardeners. So this is what was left, and that was only like, oh, I have a syringe. It was maybe 3/4 inch diameter, and there's only not much, but there's like 4-to-1 with the microbloom, and that stuff is, you know, rock solid. But this stuff sands out easy, so that's ready to sand out, blend in, and then I'll re-prep this and repaint it. I think this bottom paint was just rattle can paint over top of the original paint when I had to touch it up. But it's all done as far as that. Sand her out and hit it with some primer, and then mix up a little of this light blue and spray it. The dark blue's up here. I don't really need to touch that, and I do have the white now to do that. So that's done. So that's how that worked out there. Alright, so what I decided to do was get out the wiring schematic and hook up the wiring for the tail light assembly. There's the tail light that hooks up to the plug that plugs into the board. So today I spent most of the day, here's the wing lights. This is what I had it just soldered, connected to this little connector here, the D15, and I had cut them off, pull the wires out of the solder joint. But these aren't going to go in, they're going in the wings, but I'm going to run the wiring out to the wings. So today I spent the day pulling. I pulled the 2 wires all the way out from the tail because they're going to be replaced with this harness, one of these harnesses. Actually, it's this one right here. I've already got the 2-pin connector on it. That will plug into the light here. Let me get this plugged real quick. Like so. So that's done. That's hardwired, soldered right to the control board. Alright, I'd mentioned I was going to relocate the flap switches, flap motor switches. I got the flaps run down right now I was going to try and pull the aluminum out that was in the front of this, try and drill a hole in it to snake the wires through. But I got to run the switch up and down and see which one is up and down, and then I'll mark them flap switch, flap and up or down, down or up. And then this is the little board, controller board for the lights. So you see I've got 4 harnesses. You have the power that goes, it'll snake up through into my switch panel. There. It's going to hook up to nav lights, strobe lights, taxi light, and then the taxi and landing light will be a combination light, probably mounted in the cowling. But I tie one line into this taxi light, and what it does when you have the turn on the strobes or just a taxi, it takes, well, yeah, just a taxi light. It turns on the strobe lights on the wingtips to solid at 33% power, so they act like little floodlights out on the wingtips. But when you turn on your strobe lights, and then they'll blink, and you turn your taxi off, the landing light is completely separate. It doesn't get wired into that board. All I need to wire in is the navs, landing light, or strobe lights, taxi lights. So that's what this little harness here is going to do. So that's the short one. So I've got them stripped. I got to put a hole through there to run this, snake this through, down under, all the way up and into the switch panel. And then the tail light is on its own circuit. And then the other two, there's a long one and a short one. The short one is for the left wing. It's going to get snaked along the outside of the fuselage and down through the wing and out to there. And the long one is going to snake down under, tied in with this harness, come out here, and then do the same thing, go through the opening on this side, up through, down out the spar and out the tip. And at the tip, there's going to be a 4-pin connectors to unplug, so if you remove the wings. So I've got the 4-pin connectors here. I got all the pins. These I need to put on the connectors that are going to power switches. Now this control panel requires multiple switches, position lights, red, green nav lights, tail light, white tail light, strobe light, floodlight. So the floodlight requires a 5 amp breaker fuse, 10 amp for the strobes, 5 amp. So I have a 5 amp in the panel that's already wired up for this position, but I need to get another 10 and another 5. I think they recommend a 7.5 if you tie the floodlight to the taxi light. But the same company that makes this kit sells the combination. It's a rectangular floodlight, taxi light, and it's for a tail dragger, so the floodlight angles down, or the taxi light angles down, the landing light angles straight ahead. When the plane's level, it shoots out straight. So when you put on the taxi lights, it'll also turn on the wingtip lights, so you can see, like, especially at my airport, there's always deer out there, so it'll kind of light up the sides of the taxiway and runway for any critters. But these require power. You got to turn this. You have to run power to the switch, and then switch powers on in here, and then the ground circuit, the circuitry in the board makes the ground with the one common ground wire here. So that's all wired into that harness. But that ground wire, I have to probably extend it. This one, the black, is going to be the ground. That may need to be extended to reach the bus bar. And of course I had to tear this floorboard back up, but that's the negative bus bar over there, that's positive here. So the power goes up through there, through the breakers, then you go to the switches. So the only one wired right now is the nav light. It's got power to that, and then these four wires I showed will hook onto these others, 3 here, and then the 4th one's got to make its way down to there. So I'll have to probably put a solder pigtail on it because I didn't want to cut it all back just to run one short wire. So I got to tie that in. Oh, and then when I did have this part, I seen one wire that was still loose hanging here, and I couldn't remember what it was, so I had to track it back through, and turns out it was the alternator sense wire that had to be mounted here. So that's hooked in right there now. So the alternator's finished with that, and the alternator switch for the light. So that's why this had to be pulled apart. But I've got two switches in here: a fuel pump switch, or a circuit breaker that was a 20 amp. I'm going to change that out to a 5 amp. And then I've got a 30 amp down here. It says engine master, but that's not used now. So I'm going to change that to a 7.5 or 10 or something. So I need to order a couple circuit breakers. Oops, sorry, dropped it. I got to order a couple circuit breakers to fill that out. Otherwise, everything is wired. Turn this thing off while I'm here. Big floodlight. So that's all done. Everything's done. I figured, well, if I'm wiring in that tail light, I might as well get the wires run right out to here. I pulled them out. I think, did I pull the ground wires? I don't think I pulled the ground wires out yet. Yeah, this one's hanging down underneath. I kind of went under there and pulled it out. And then this one should still have, I don't think I pulled them out because they go directly to ground. There's one common ground, and all 3 were tied into a switch for the power for the ground side. But either way, I got to rerun this stuff out to here, and there'll be a 4-pin connector to unplug when you take the wings off. So I'm going to pre-wire all that in. It'll be all done. And when I feel like getting around to it, to run the wire in the wing, cut this out, make some lenses, put the lights in there, all I have to do is plug them in. And I wrote on my wires to color codes, because I have a white, red, green, and a bear, and a black. So it's 4 with ground. It's got a shielded 1 spiral raw what do you call it, a uncoated ground wrapped around it, and it's foil wrapped as well. So there's actually 5 wires counting the shielded ground wire, and the shielding is foil, and then that bare wire wraps all the way around the shielding. So that's all left in there. You connect the shielding only from the tail light to the ground. The shielding on these aren't connected. They're using the shielding as the negative side for these lights, so that's what I did, and I just cut the black wire off. So, but I've got them all marked out how they got to go in, even up here, green, red, and white. No black. The ground I just wrap around the wires and heat shrunk them just to keep the ground. So this is all shielded, grounded to these wires. So I just got to wire up 2 more of these with some new breakers and get the disconnects connected out here where the wings separate. And then this will all be wired up later when I get around putting them in. So that's pretty much what I got done today. And it was, let's see, it snowed, was it Friday night? Saturday morning we had snow, and it all melted Saturday, and then Saturday night snowed again, and it was completely covered this morning, and it was covered all day yesterday because it never got above freezing. And then today it got just enough sunlight to melt it down to this, but there was probably 1.5 inches of snow this morning, and cold. Mr. Loki. Loki. Say hello to everybody. Yep. He could care less. Alright everybody, I guess that's going to do it for now. I'm getting in the house because it's only, I don't think it's 26 degrees out right now. I guess that's going to do it. I'm out of fuel. It didn't run out yet, but it's on E. And I got a block under there to help push all the fuel back where the pickup is, but it's ready to run out, so I got to stop and get some more. Alright, I guess that's going to do it for this update. Comments, we got some people on there being smart asses on the comments. Guy saying he's always going to be dead and gone before I fly this again, before he sees it fly. I told him, well, go back to October of 24. You can watch it fly all you want. Just put the damn thing on a loop and repeat it, and you can watch it every day if that makes you happy. There's 3 different videos, 4 counting, 5 counting the ground videos. Alright, that's going to do it, everyone. I will keep plugging away at this coming weekend, and I'll hopefully get all this stuff running, buttoned up, and the strobe and the tail light should work once it's all wired in, powered up. So, alright everybody, as always, appreciate you taking time to watch my videos. Feel free to leave any questions, comments, or concerns. As always, don't be afraid to leave any comments, questions. They're well received, and don't be smart ass or you'll get banned. Alright everybody, I will probably not see you again till next weekend, Sunday at the latest. If all goes, it's going to be cold next weekend. They're still calling for like 20 degrees on the weekend. So it's not letting up, folks. Okay everybody, that's going to do it, and I will catch you again on Sunday. Alright, so everybody take care. This is Don out.